and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks.
Back with another video. So as you can see by the title, today I'll be doing something a little bit different for you guys as far as reaction videos go. I wanted to step outside my comfort zone and discover some new things about life. So today you and I will be figuring out how deep the ocean really is, and no lie y'all, I'm actually really excited about this video because I love nature. If you guys do not know, well actually you probably don't know, but I'm like a really big nature freak, if that's what you guys want to call it. I love being in nature. I actually go to the park every day and I sit there for like 2 to 3 hours, and I just like to embrace being in nature, smelling the fresh air, hearing the birds chirp. Like I just love all of that. Like I do a lot of my work in my car, and I sit in my car in the park like every single day. I know a lot of people will be like, girl, like what? Like even my mom, like it's like what? Like because I sit in my car so much. Like if I'm not in my car, then I'm at the park. Like it's weird. Like those are like my 2 favorite places, is the park and the car. So I don't know, like I don't know, that's just me. It's so funny because I remember I used to bring my friends to the park and stuff, and I had this one friend and she would always talk, like, and I literally, when I'm at the park, like and like just enjoying, like relaxing and, you know, meditating basically, I don't like to hear anybody talk. Like I don't want to hear anything going on. I just want to hear the birds chirp and the wind blowing. That's it. And she used to sit and talk and like just try to irritate me. Like I don't know, like, and the thing is, like, it really gets to me because like it's weird how obsessed I am with nature, but I feel like that's just a natural thing. Okay, I don't know if that's a Virgo thing. Okay, I'm in tune with Mother Nature, you know, Mother Nature, Virgos, you know, we're the woman. I don't know y'all, I'm kind of, you know, getting real extra right now, but I'm just saying, okay, that I really love nature, and so I'm really excited about this video. I actually used to go to this creek, and then my favorite park, I have a favorite park here in my city, and I used to go to the creek and I would collect fossils and things of that nature, and like I just always been like really into nature. So I don't know, this is really exciting for me actually, like no lie, I'm really excited. So I don't know, I felt like maybe it'll be exciting for you guys as well. So comment down below and let me know if you guys like this video or not, or if you want to see more videos like this or not. I can take constructive criticism, so feel free to comment down below and let me know your opinions. I would love to hear them. But I'm super excited, so let's get started with this video. So the video that I'll be watching is called The Ocean is Deeper Than You Think, and the video was created by Real Life Lore, so I'm just really excited. This is my first time ever watching one of their videos, so I'm really interested to see what they have to say. Like, and if you guys do not know, I actually am very passionate about learning. Like I love learning new things in any category, like whatever it is. It could be about cars, houses, cooking, like whatever it is. I love just being knowledgeable in a lot of different areas. So stuff like this is actually really exciting to me, which is why I'm so excited to be watching this video. So I don't know, let's figure out, let's see if we can find something new. I don't know, but I'm curious, and I feel like it's just good to be knowledgeable about stuff like this before you go traveling to the ocean and stuff like that, because people are not aware. Like depending on the places that you can go, you can find yourself some creatures in the ocean. Okay, honestly I feel like this is beneficial just to be knowledgeable about stuff like this, especially like when it comes to the ocean, because I love traveling, and so I want to know what's out there before I go putting my feet up in the water now, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just good to know. So let's get into the video, y'all.
The ocean is really, really deep. Deeper, in fact, than most of us realize. If you were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles deep. 3/4 of our planet is already covered in water, though, and it goes a lot deeper than just 2 miles. Let's start with a sense of scale. This dot right here is the size of an average human. This slightly larger dot is the size of an elephant, and this is the size of the largest ship ever built, the Knock Nevis. With that in mind, let's start going underwater and see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving. A little further down at 93 meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, which is interesting because the Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water. Just slightly deeper than that, at 100 meters, is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful because of decompression compression sickness. But that didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the free diving world record at a depth of 214 meters. This guy swam down to this level with just one single breath. But a little further down at 332 meters, we have the scuba diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed Gabir. If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it was submerged underwater. And a little further than that, at 500 meters below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest creatures on the planet and also the limit of the US Seawolf class nuclear submarine. At 535 meters, we can witness the maximum...
don't think that I knew that those were the largest animals on the planet. I don't think that I knew that. Like, this is really interesting. And I definitely didn't know that about scuba diving, that I knew it could get dangerous, but I didn't realize like the severity of it. So this is okay.
Dive depth of emperor penguins, and this is when we must bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a person or the penguins would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter. So further down the depths at 830 meters would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world. Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone. Light from the surface can no longer reach beyond this point, so the rest of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you would experience at this point would be about the same as if you were standing on the surface of the planet Venus, meaning that you would die very quickly. You would also meet the giant squid at this sea level if the water pressure didn't already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle, and further down at 1,828 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon were it to be underwater with us.
What?
Down at 2,000 meters, we start to encounter some of the more terrifying sea creatures like the ominously named black dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it, meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with a flashlight. A little further down at 2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks and scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles. So yeah.
Y'all, no lie, if I ever see something like that, I would die immediately just because I would be in shock. Like, what? Let me see a squid that... Yo, like, I'm done after that. Like, for real. Like, come on now. What?
Good luck with that down there. Way further down at 3,800 meters, we can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic. And a bit past that, at 4,000 meters, we start to enter the Abyssal Zone of the ocean. Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000 pounds per square inch down here. And there are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fangtooth, anglerfish, and viperfish. Down at 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean where you would normally expect to hit the floor, but there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck sunk during World War II, and way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld Hades itself.
What?
The water pressure down at these depths can become 1,100 times what you would expect.
That's crazy though. Like, come on now. Like, it's called the Hadal Zone after Hades. Oh, like yo, like, I'm sorry, that just kind of blew my mind right there.
Experience way back on top at the surface, which is roughly equal to an elephant balancing on a postage stamp, or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jumbo jets.
That's crazy.
Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various strange forms. At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic. Way further down at 8,848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount Everest, were to be upside down and placed underwater. And then, way further past even that, at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the Deep Sea Challenger mission. The deepest point in the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though, when two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,916 meters using their Trieste submarine. It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes before a window cracked and they began to resurface. Just a bit further down from there at 10,972 meters, and we reached the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked out of a window while on a flight and looked down to the ground, that's a very good sense of how incredibly deep down into the abyss that we are currently at. Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean called the Challenger Deep, right here on this map just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Sirena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's floor has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean is found, and who knows what we may discover there. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to stay up to date with video—
Yo, okay. Yo, so that was crazy. Like, honestly, I didn't know half of the stuff that he was talking about. Like, I really did not realize any of that, especially with like the animals and stuff deeper and down on the ocean and stuff like that. Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I didn't know that a lot of those animals even existed. So that's just nice. Like, it's kind of interesting to me. And you know what's crazy is that honestly, I'm not like the biggest fan of water. Like, I've never been on a cruise or anything like that. Like, I don't know, I feel like I would get seasick. I just like, I don't know, I just really do. So that's why I'm like kind of like avoiding getting on cruises. But I don't know, like, I don't know, it just makes me nervous to be in an open area like that with water. Like, oh my gosh, like that is just nerve-wracking for me, because for one, I can swim to save my life, you know what I'm saying? I can't just like swim to swim for fun. Like, I can, but it's not really enjoyable for me. Like, it is, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like Michael Phelps in the, you know, in the pool or nothing like that. So I can just kind of, you know, and even like doggy paddling, like that's just so much effort. So I'm honestly not the best swimmer, like, honestly, and I don't know, it's just very scary to me, the idea of like if something were to ever happen, if I was on a cruise ship or if I was on water or something like that, or even like going over bridges. Like, you know when you have to drive over the bridge like and it's water below, like that's nerve-wracking for me. Like, if anything were to ever happen, like I don't know if that's because like I've watched movies about it or what and why like that's a fear of mine, because I really don't have fears. Like, don't be, hey, let me tell y'all something, fear is a 4-letter word, okay? It doesn't exist, so don't be afraid of anything. I'm just speaking, you know, I'm just saying, okay? Like, it used to be like a fear of mine, I guess you could say. Honestly, I am really curious to see like what other types of animals are at the depths of like the ocean and stuff like that. I don't know, that's really interesting, because I don't know, like, especially with the way global warming and all of this stuff is changing, I don't know what's going to happen as far as like the entire world goes and with the water and stuff like that. So I feel like we need to be more familiar with these animals, just in case anything happening and we having to live underwater. I don't know, y'all, I'm just speaking, so don't quote me on none of this, but I'm just saying, okay? You never know, you never know. Wouldn't that be interesting though? Because no lie, 2012 was one of my favorite movies. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of big into like the science and conspiracy type theories and stuff like that. So like when 2012 came out, like I was really like scared, y'all. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? But like those type of movies come out all the time with different stuff. But the thought that if the world really did go underwater and like stuff like that, like what would you do? Like, you would have to have like boats and submarines and stuff like that. We would have to coexist with water animals and things of that nature. Like, I don't know, y'all. Like, half of y'all are probably like, what is this girl talking about? And the other half is like, no, I understand, I get you, I get you. So you know what, That's okay, that's fine with me. Everything in life is about perspective, so I have no problem with that. I'm really curious to see you all's perspective as far as the ocean and the depths of everything and the animals. Like, what do you guys think about that? Have you ever thought about that? Like, have you ever thought about if the world were to go underwater, or is that something that's far-fetched? Comment down below and let me know. I would love to hear you guys' opinions. Overall, I absolutely loved the video. I love learning new things, and I loved how descriptive he was when it came to all the aspects as far as the animals and how deep everything really is, and figuring out, like, finding all the different submarines and the Titanic and just things like that. Like, I don't know, like, this was really cool to me. So comment down below and let me know if you guys have any other video requests that are kind of involved with stuff that's a little bit different, or figuring stuff out about the world or the earth, or just anything interesting, conspiracy theories, anything like that. Feel free to comment down below and let me know. I would love to check those videos out. But before you guys leave, if you like this video, can you please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and press the notification bell so you guys know when my next video is out. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys so much. All the love and support you guys have been giving me literally means the world to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing day. Keep being great, keep being true to yourself, keep being unique, keep being amazing. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.